Hello everyone and welcome to our weekly how-to video. My name is Lori McNorton, Floral Design Coordinator for Florist Review and Super Floral, and today I want to share with you a design for the hair. We've got the new year coming up and I was thinking, oh, what a better time to show a technique on how to make just a really simple but blinged out hairpiece. And so to begin with, we are going to pick our flower. And I've got this beautiful phale plant, and I thought the blossoms are gorgeous, so that's the flower we're going to use. So I'm just going to pick a couple here. And I've got two different sizes, and we're just going to make one with two. Let's move that off to the side. And sometimes wiring phales can be a little tricky, so I thought this would be a great time to show you how I wire the technique that I use. So you can use your regular wire, and I do have this silver, so I'm going to show you a couple different techniques here. So one of the things I do is just take, and normally I would use probably white, but everything we're doing is kind of silver and blingy, so I grabbed this silver stem wrap. So here we have the phale. All I'm going to do is take this and go right down, can you see this, Ralph? Right down through the middle here. Actually, it's right here. Doing this backwards is a little challenging. So there we have it. I'm just going to pull that down through there. And you're barely going to see that. And then I will take the tape and tape this off. And then as you're designing, you can move this whichever direction you want, and it's not hurting the plant, the blossom. So we'll just go ahead and do that technique. The other one I was going to do is just take my silver wire here and do the same thing. But when you're doing boutonnieres and corsages and stuff, and you just have the regular green wire, that's just a nice technique or tip. So again, I'm just going to take my wire, cut those off, so I can insert that right down through the throat there. And again, you're not damaging the flower at all. Take my silver stem wrap. And all I really want to do is cover the green stem. So then I have my silver wire that I'm going to use continually through this process of making the hairpiece. So we have our two blossoms. Next, I want to make kind of a frame. So I'm going to take regular wire, and I've got this bouillon, which kind of has a little bit of texture. And all I'm going to do is make some loops, some big loops. Leave some wire here. So there's 4 loops there. And again, I'm going to take the silver wire and tie that off, just as if you were using it to making a bow, but you're just using wire. I missed a piece there, so I'm just going to go back up in there, grab that, so it's all intact. Like I said, it's just going to be one big wire bow. And that's going to be our framework for this hairpiece. There you have that. I also have these feathers, which are kind of fun. Feathers are very big right now, very popular. So I'm going to take my frame again, and these are wired. And I'm just going to put those underneath my wire frame. And again, I can move those around. And we're going to tape those off as well. So again, just a nice frame there. It's our framework. So let's add in our flowers. So I'm just going to work those in. One, and two. And again, tape that off. I'm going to trim some of this off because I don't want a real heavy, thick stem to when I go to attach this or bobby pin it in my hair or in your customer's hair. So, all right, there we have that. Now we can either accent this with some pearls. I have the beaded wire. I have some rhinestones, which I think would be very pretty. So let's take the pearls. And I'm just going to loop this over. Let's take another piece, a little bit longer piece. I mean, we could leave this completely flat, or I kind of like some dimension in here. And I just have it at one point here. This is just holding this all together. I mean, it's all taped, but when I am attaching everything, it's to this one point. So I have these pretty rhinestones, these purple rhinestones that I thought would be kind of a pretty accent. So let's add a few of those. Just gonna work those in. Like I said, this is for the New Year's. We can bling it up. Or proms. I mean, the girls love all the bling and something a little different. And once you get those, be sure and turn those rhinestones so that when it's in their hair, they actually see them. And we can have couple of those shoot out as well. Again, I'm going to trim some of this wire off. We can continue to play with this forever. But I think just a couple more feathers would be pretty. Set that down, pull these apart. I want to take one out. So when it's in their hair, it's kind of shooting off. And be sure to talk to your girls about how they're going to wear their hair and what is the best that fits the look that they want. All right, I think we're getting there. I did want to show you, we can just keep adding bling and bling. But if you have like a larger rhinestone, these are Carrie's Kisses, and you wanted to add just one large rhinestone in there, cut that off. And we have our blue dashes. Put on that. And I'm just going to add it right into the center of this orchid. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I'm going to do another one. So I'm just showing you all the different kind of techniques that you can add bling. Dashes, you could glue. The floral adhesive is a good tool as well. Again, I'm just going to add this to the center. Oh, awesome. And then we're just going to pull out some of that wire. And then the final stem. You know, again, talk to your girls or talk to your brides or however you want to do this. But leave a little bit so that they have something to pin to. Plus, they'll also be able to pin right onto these wires as well. But you can loop this around, and then that will also give them something to work into. I know I'm not the perfect model, but what do you think for New Year's Eve? But if somebody had long hair and a bun pulled up, this would be beautiful, tucked into their hair. So, thank you for tuning in. I wish you guys a very happy New Year. Celebrate in style, wear your flowers, show those flowers. Nothing wrong with that. People will go ooh and awe. So, again, join us next week. Thank you and have a great day.